We are recording. Reminder, I appreciate that. All righty, let's get going. Once again, my name is Kirsten Burns, and I have the privilege and honor of introducing our speakers and our trainers tonight. We have two amazing gentlemen that are going to be training us how to get our bots properly set up. So, I was told that you're not really making money unless you're making money in your sleep. Now, these bots, guess what? They're set it and forget it. You go ahead and get them set up properly and get them funded, and they go to work on your behalf. Now, let me see if our guest speakers have joined us today. I'm going to go ahead and turn the floor over. But before I do, let me give these two gentlemen a proper introduction. Both these gentlemen have backgrounds in trading. Now, you may say, hey, they're already trading. They're already proficient at trading. But that just goes to show you that our system here at BFX, whether you're an experienced trainer or a novice, there's room for you to get in here and grow your training skill set. So one gentleman is the leader of our YTD, our youth trading movement. This guy is a fire plug. And the other gentleman, man, I've watched this fella. He's a man, he's a multifaceted dude. We call him the chef because if you put him in the kitchen, he is a killer chef, but he also is an entrepreneur. He owns restaurants, but on the side, he's been trading for quite some time at a very, very successful clip. So these two gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and bring them out and let them do their thing. They enjoy helping people. They know what they're talking about, and they can help you get that bot set up. So we have Mr. Camille Brown, and we have Jalen, the leader of the YT movement. Come on out, gentlemen. Are you guys there? Jalen Edwards and Mr. Camille Brown, are you guys on the line?
Yeah, I'm here right now.
All right, Mr. Special K. Hey, are you ready to rock the house?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing this evening?
I am doing great. I see Jalen just entered. I'm going to go ahead and give Jalen a hard time really quickly, Camille. Jalen, hey man, better late than never, Jalen. I just saw you jump on. We just gave you the introduction, the fitting of the young prince that you are. So hey, this is the Jalen and Camille show. I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet. The floor is yours, gentlemen.
Awesome. I appreciate it. I apologize for being a couple minutes late, but
you're fine, brother. I'm just giving you a hard time. Do your thing.
I'm here to help anybody that needs any help with the setup for the ESI, if they have the automated trader or want to learn. And if you guys have any questions about it or how it works, maybe we can go into detail to help the understanding in the group.
Right. I'll start off real quick. Just want to touch on something Kirsten Burns, my brother, mentioned about being multifaceted, about us already trading successfully, and why jumping on with BFX and why doing the algorithm, doing all these things. I'll just kind of speak for myself. I'm not sure Jalen would agree or not agree. I think the big thing for me anyway is being able to get something out to the masses, because it's very hard to duplicate what you do to the masses, especially in trading. But being able to show people and get people that have never traded attached to something that's going to help them. For me, it's mainly 100% about being able to help other people. I could keep what I know secret. I could sit in my office like I am now and just trade and, show a few people. But when you really want to free some people's minds of the power of trading, the power of investing, and being able to just tap into something that can really help them, and you kind of coach them along the way. Because I've had groups, and it's very difficult to duplicate yourself with a large group of people while you're trading, because the market just moves so fast. So if people aren't up to speed, it's very difficult to do. And I think BFX kind of brings something unique that we can actually touch so many people, and people can actually win with us versus playing catch up. So I just wanted to kind of say that, and I'm sure if Jalen wants to chime in on that, on why, for him anyway.
Yeah, perfect. I completely agree. So I'm going to rant real quick, if you guys don't mind, for like 5 minutes, but I'll just explain it to you guys like this. Sorry, I like to at least be able to be seen while I'm talking. You guys see me?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So for me, when I first learned how to trade, and this is just adding right onto what you said, I made some good money really fast, and it was unbelievable almost. It was like, I got to share this. I got to show everybody. So of course, the first thing I do is I put my family in their own accounts, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna trade for you guys, because if I'm making $10,000 in a day on the way to the gas station, there's no reason why you guys can't. And I was humbled very quickly when I had to log into 6 different accounts and try to put the same trade in, but the prices are different. And this person not getting this much, or if I forget to log into the 4th account or my little brother's account, now he lost money, but everybody made 300-400 or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? So to touch on what he was saying, the swipe to trade entry, I know this is an AI meeting, but let me just start here. The swipe to trade changes the game. If you trust me as a trader, you know I put in my work. You might know me in person. Like, the only people I'd want to follow me are people that know me. But if you know me and I do the research and I have the level of confidence, because trading is really just a mental game. Once you get the strategy, it's all mental from there. And you have the ability to swipe into my trade, that alleviates everything that I've been trying to do as far as trying to help other people. And the swipe to trade feature alone, that sold me the first time I heard of BFX. I was like, wow, if I would have had that 6 months ago, my whole family would have been prop firm challenge complete. My whole family would have been considered professional traders. So, because all they would have to do is swipe in. And that takes me to my next point. So when you want to do that, when you get to that level, and when you see the actual opportunity in trading, investing, I'm sure you guys have your own, where it's real estate or whatever it may be in your industry, you want to share it. And that's what I feel like I was doing, but I wasn't being beneficial by doing that, because I'm not at my best when I feel like James doesn't like his account value, but Special K loves everything I'm doing with the account. So now I'm trading conservative because Special K is okay with it, but James is tired of me risking too much money. So now I got it. My mental's off. It's done. I can't trade anymore. Not for you guys, not how I would normally, not what you're used to. Knowing that, and now that you guys have that understanding from there, if you didn't already, I'm not better than a prop firm. I'm not better than a hedge fund. I'm not better than a computer automated system. And it's not because I don't believe in myself. It's because I don't have the discipline as a person, as a human with emotions. If we go up $500 and I'm supposed to close that trade, I might be in a state of mind where I'm like, we can make 1,000. And then we only make 200, or then we end up losing money because I forgot to move my stop loss. So that's human error. That computer is taking the $500 and it's waiting for the next opportunity that's calculated at any point in time. So when you're pitching this AI to people, it's not for people who want to learn how to trade. It's for people who want to put their money in and can look away. As soon as you try to convince somebody who wants to learn how to trade to do the AI specific, they're going to check the AI like it's a trader. And when I say that, I mean, yes, I might be awake right now. So you're like, hey, what's good with the account? And I can be like, oh, let's look at the chart. That AI is waiting for key moments to trigger, because based on this percentage, it will win every time, or whatever amount of, and I'm not saying every time 100, I'm saying it could be 60%. I don't know. Do you know, Special K, the percentage for BFX?
70% win ratio.
70, yeah.
Okay. So 50-50 to me is great in the stock market. And that's assuming that's not adding economic factors like war or Kanye saying something about something. Now the whole industry, now the retail industry drops because Kanye made a nice reel on Instagram, or Powell does, or okay, Pelosi sends a tweet out and now the market goes crazy. The AI is going to trigger no matter what when the parameters are met for a good trade. I'm going to be like, hey, Elon said the truck's coming out, probably a good buy. There's no calculation to why it's going to go up. And the reason why I'm ranting on this for the AI training is because I've set up like 6 or 7 AIs, and every single person has been like, hey, when's it going to trade again? How much am I up? I'm like, I don't know, but I promise you it's going to do better than me because it's going to continuously watch. I can only trade when I'm up. That's first and foremost. Then you have to take when I'm focused. So for anybody in here, it's what I do for the AI. I ask anyone who wants to invest, who asks about it. I say, hey, do you have $1,000 to invest? Or is it around 1,000? I always give them like a general number. And if they're like, yeah, I have about 1,000. I'm like, okay, well, instead of spending your money like I did, I put 3,000 into Forex when I first started trading it, and I lost it within that week because I didn't even know what leverage was. So I mentioned it to people who have the capital, like, hey, while you are learning in the market nest, while you're taking the education, this is only risking a small percentage of your account every trade. And it's not trading 10 times a day. You're probably going to get 1 to 2. And actually, I've been in trades for 4 or 5 days now. But the 4-day trade was $800, which paid for 2 more 3-month AI packages if I wanted them. Or it could lose 20 trades and I'm still break even. So when I mention that to people, it's like, you can put you could put your whole 1,000 in AI. You spend the $465 for the setup, assuming there's no promo. And then you put your 500 in, you're still under 1,000. And let's say in a month, you have 3 months of the AI, you're like, hey, I'm ready to at least try $100 account. All the money that you put into the AI is still yours. It's still in your account. It's still usable. It might be needed for bills or whatever it is. So the AI, to me, the fact that we don't take your money as a BFX company is the craziest thing ever, because that's when the schemes and scams come out. That's when that word comes out. You're just paying when they ask, like, well, what about the money? You're paying for access to. The AI can literally just take control of a buy and sell button. There's no withdrawal. There's no account for it to withdraw to. It's waiting for certain parameters and it's going to enter your trade for you. And I try to push that understanding because as a trader, me and Special K can be like, man, AI, a hedge fund AI, I was in here even if I didn't promote BFX. I promise you that. And I've actually heard numbers spent about this coding. I coded my own strategy for anybody that doesn't know, okay? I made 100,000 in 1 month off of that strategy. Blessed by God, not that I knew what I was doing. It was my first code and it hit. Let's put it that way. And it's been hitting. And as I grew in knowledge, I was able to tweak it a little bit, but the base of it is, to me, I was charging people $100 a month for that. I can't believe that they're only charging $100 for this. Let's put that. My lifetime membership is $1,000 and I'm not BFX, I promise. You're relying on learning my strategy. They're like, here, just take ours. By the way, it's proven because we bought it from a place that takes in large amounts of money and trades it for them. So there is no like secret when people are like, oh, what's, the AI, what's it going to give me? Better than anybody that you're about to find on social media. And that's coming from a trader who thinks, like I said, I pray. So for me, I think I'm the greatest trader. I'm sorry, Special K, I'm better than you at trading. Because that's a mental, we're playing chess when we trade. And in reality, there is no better. It's all random. My strategy might hit 48% of the time. His might hit 60, but the trades that we take together make me look better or make him look better or more wealthier. The AI doesn't care about none of that. I don't have to get riskier because Special K challenged me. I'm just going to let the AI trade. So the setup is what drives people away from this, though. It takes 2 hours to set this up if you've never had a Binance, if you've never set up an API key, if you didn't know that the secret key disappears as soon as you hit the edit restrictions, but BFX told you to edit restrictions, so now you have to recreate. It's a problem. So my goal, and I'm gonna need somebody to teach me how to screenshot. I'm not as tech as people think, trust me. I need to screen record me going through the process because it takes me 10 minutes to set somebody up with the ESI as long as they know their passwords. The only time it takes longer than 10 is when you don't know your password. If you're sitting there and you send me the code, I will have everyone in this group. I promise you I can get your ESI done within the hour, maybe less. Don't let me get on a roll. So, and that right there, understanding how to set people up and not can be the difference in selling that person on the AI. Because I swear, if you let them get in there by themselves and they already don't know what they're doing, think about it like this. If I'm giving you money to put in an AI for me, if I'm telling you, yes, I want to put money so it trades for me, I don't want nothing to do with it. Why would I spend 2 hours setting it up? And that's why I just decided everybody who gets the AI under my team, just send them to me because that's the sell. The sell ends when you set it up for them because they don't know how. When we did the first BFX meeting, Crypto Maria and James had to help me set up for the BFX login. And that's simple. This ESI, these are different words you guys haven't heard or haven't used. And a lot of people I've noticed here aren't traders, but they are investors and they realize a good product. You guys understand money and how it moves, or else you wouldn't be a part of this. Let's be realistic. So money stops when you don't know how to set it up. And I promise you, 90% of the people that are joining aren't, everyone I know who wants the AI doesn't know how to set it up. And that's, I literally haven't got the AI. I'm supposed to be setting up about 18 AIs over the next 2 or 3 days. So whenever that goes through, I'm setting, and the reason why I'm doing it is to get the practice, because every time I need to make a sale, I have to set it up for them. I can literally, all of my AI sales have been closed right then and there while setting it up. All right, cool. You have all of it. Let's set it up now. If you don't do that, they're not going to buy. And then a week later, it's kind of like, I'm all right. And this is not me pitching a sale, I promise. This is me telling you as a trader what I deal with on a daily. My whole family is getting the AI. None of them are setting it up, I promise. But the important thing about it, besides setting it up, is understanding that it's low risk and you have access to your money. If they don't ask anything else, I would tell them that. If you put $1,000 in, you get 50 trades. If you put 5,000 in, you get 50. The risk that it's taking is going to give you a bunch of L's in order to lose, and it doesn't trade every day. You can't lose 5,000 in one day. And if you do, and there's a black swan event, which is what they mentioned, that's the only reason why I bring it up. Nobody can, I'm sorry. That's what you get for being in the market. You get, and you might be on the right end of that and really eat, and now you're thinking, you run the market. So at the end of the day, I just wanted to at least put that out there for you guys, because I've been dealing with a lot of AI questions. And the biggest thing is I can sell Special K on an AI and just tell them, bro, they bought it from a hedge fund. They spent over $1 million. They spent over 7 figures on this. It's a hedge fund code. Me and you couldn't create this unless we took a programming course. So me and him are bought. We're in. Everybody else, they don't understand that. They think that we're getting their money and we're trading it for them through our own computer. It's on your computer. It's on your account. There's nothing hard besides the setup. I promise you guys. And me and Miss Crypto Maria should be getting together soon, and she's going to be able to set up everybody's AIs in 10 minutes. KuCoin, I haven't learned that yet. Okay, I've seen it set up. I'm not going to sit here, but I will learn with you. If you guys have a KuCoin set up, call me, because I will learn. I will go through that process because I at least understand the words. But yeah, I'll stop there. If you guys have questions or a Special K, if you want to take over. I feel like I've been ranting a little too long now.
Oh no, good stuff, good stuff. I mean, just to reiterate, that's the biggest thing when I first saw it, was when I saw the lawyers one. And the fact that it stays in your account to be a US citizen and hear them words. Then in the, what was it? The state, I call it the State of the Union. When you can add multiple accounts,
man, every
to
broker,
a trader,
every broker.
Oh my God.
I said the same. I was in this chair leaning back like you see right now. I got a little white thing. Like, what? But to top that, before I lose my train of thought, it's the only legal crypto AI in the nation. You could sign up for Binance US.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sell y'all on this. I'm telling you, I'm using it. There's 10,000 in one of the accounts that I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
I am using, whether people sign up for it or not, because you can't, okay. You would have to get a VPN to participate in non-licensed brokers, which means you would have to tell everyone that can see your IP status that you're in Russia, China, Mexico, or somewhere that you're not. So you already just opened up a different bag of laws when you try to cash out, or if you cash out at all. If you don't know, and you probably don't know how to move your crypto around, because I feel like none of us know how to hide it from the government now. They're already involved. So it's the only legal one, to the point where you're signing up for Binance US. So when people ask about, what about my taxes? They have a form in BFX that you can print off and take to your accountant or upload in TurboTax. It does it for like the amount of things. So it's the only legal one, like he said. And the lawyers behind this, I don't know their law. I couldn't rank them for you. I don't know great lawyers like that, or a bunch or whatever. But the fact that there's so many is already crazy to me. And if you hear the passion that Courtney Logan speaks, he doesn't sound like he wants to put his name on something that he's not serious about. So if they're claiming they're the only legal AI and you get to use Binance US, this is the only way you can trade crypto. So that means this is the only thing that trades 24/7 that is automated in America. I'm not saying that other companies won't come out with one. I'm just telling y'all this is the only one now. So if you're trying to convince yourself, I mean, you know, if you want to wait, whatever you do. But I promise you, there's no reason for BFX to leave that at $100 a month. They're tripping. And that's me using slang and whatever you could, if you want to speak on that, they are tripping. I would not sell it for $100 a month. I promise. I would be taxing 1,000 or try to get into a higher net worth. And I would become a hedge fund like they got it from. So if you want to speak on that, please, because that's still, like I said, I got
Also,
paint I want.
didn't mean to cut you guys off, but I know we are excited to actually see it done. Are you guys able to? I got my wine already. I want to learn.
That's your pen and pad. That's what we're about to show right now.
All right. I just want to make
I'll show it to you.
people like
Because I'm sure we've both been on calls with people and showing them, because I didn't even go into the VPN part, but I was like, there's ways, but it's just
You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have
not
to.
even worth it. Right.
Exactly.
Not even worth it. So let me go ahead and share my screen, because the interesting thing is that mine is actually in the trade now. Oh.
Yep. Somebody
need to make us a host or.
Oh, and before you, while you're getting that set up, man, I hope I just lost my train of thought on that. Oh, so James, you were saying sit back and watch the setup. I already made a full-on checklist for the Binance users, because that's the first thing I push. I didn't know what KuCoin was. I'm not a crypto guy. I'm not a marketer. I promise you that. You guys can get me in knowledge checks all day on those two subjects. I'm not going to pass. But the setup, I made a checklist for Binance specific, and I pull up BFX and Binance, and I talk you all the way through each button. So if you want, James, I can make sure I just make it a little more professional. That's not just random notes of mine, and send it. And if you guys want that, if that's something that you guys think you need, especially when helping people, I do not mind sending that out. But yes, please proceed.
I'm just waiting. They'll make me co-host, and then I could go ahead and share my screen. But yeah, so I don't even check it randomly. I believe Jay Joshua was saying it's not going to trade every day. Maybe every other day, every couple of days, but it just looks for conditions. It may still pause. But I mean, just the security of your money that's a big deal. And especially when it's set up on, I believe it's already set at 2% and you can't change it.
You can't even change it. It's either 2 or 20, but I don't think it's 20. That's not a good look. But if it is 20, I'll tell you how it's managed. Every trade I've seen, it's entered half of your money in first anyway. So let's get this corrected too. I can't even calculate how to put all your money into a trade like this. I would literally have to figure out what lot size based on what leverage and mathematically try to get it to the cent. So it's going to put half of your account in, verify. This is what I feel like it's doing. Verifying that that's the trade that it wants based on specific parameters. And then it will enter the next amount of your account. So every time I've lost on BF, I've lost twice now, only half of my account was in there. Every time I've lost that I've seen. So, and that's, and I've only lost twice. So my statistics ain't the greatest, but that's what I've noticed as a trader and somebody who tries to code stuff like this. Theirs is top tier.
Yeah.
Top tier. And so go ahead. I apologize.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's a big deal that it actually splits. Let me see. All right. Let's go ahead. Go ahead and type a 1 in the chat if you can actually see my screen right now.
Yep. Is there a screen recording on too?
It should be, yeah, it should be recording on everything.
Perfect.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's go. So first, when you do connect your accounts, it's going to be under trading accounts. You'll be actually see it, and this is where you would go. Excuse me. This is actually where you would go to add your AI. thing I always tell people, and I believe you've been saying, I know I've been saying it from day one, is as soon as you register with BFX, go get a Binance.us account. Because the KYC is not, I don't want to say it's 10 minutes, because it's not. But you want to get through that process. So just depending on your situation, me, I have one address, California. I got ID from Nevada. I got, all these different stuff. So I use the passport that kind of expedited mine. But you want to make sure that if you send in your ID, address got to match, or they're going to ask you for more details. So you definitely want to go and set all of that up. Where was I going? So the first thing you do is add API. This is actually really, really simple process once you kind of get the feel for it. And it's going to give you the steps here. Click the drop down. I'm actually going to go for the cool coin tonight, just so I know how to do it, now that you mentioned that. But for international users, you would just use Binance. US users can only use Binance.us. And just so you know, it's registered to your IP address. So it will pick up if once you type in Binance, it's going to send you directly to Binance.usa. You're going to click there, click continue. Very important to read these steps, because on a lot of my trainings, I always tell people I'm gonna go over to Binance in a second and show you exactly what he was talking about with the keys. But I always say you want to copy the secret key before you click anything. And you want to enter that one first. So let's go over to Binance. As you can see, it's in the trade right now. Then on Binance, once you're all set up, your KYC is done. Hopefully you guys are taking notes, even though we are recorded, so you'll be able to re-listen to it. You want to go down to API management, click. One thing you have to do is put a name to it. I put BFX Algo. You can put whatever you want. I'm gonna pretend, I'm gonna pretend like I am creating a new one. So let's say the same thing, signals. Create. It's gonna send me a text message. I just really want to go through this because this is probably the longest part, but after this is cake. Because they're gonna send you verification after verification. Yeah. Let me go here. I'm actually going to show you guys. So it's basically, it's going to go to your email. Email's going to send you a verification. So then let me go back. But I really don't want to go through the whole process. But you see here, this security key is going to generate. The API key is going to generate. Very first thing you want to do. Don't click save or anything like that. Don't click edit anything just yet. You want to take this secret key. You're going to copy it. You're going to go back over here where you were once you click continue. And the secret key, you're going to copy and paste in here first. Here's why. Because if you just copy, the API is always going to show you, so you can just click copy and you can always have access to that. But once you save it, you will not be able to see this key again. The only other way, if you do accidentally do it, is you'll have to basically do the whole process all over again, then copy and paste the secret key. Then another thing you want to do is click on edit restrictions. Every time I've logged in, can read has been checked. You want to click on enable spot trading. And you want to make sure unrestricted is set up right here. Then you're going to click save. It's going to send you another text message. Then you just save it. It's actually really, really simple. Then you're going to put in, then you're going to click copy. You're going to copy your API. You're going to put in the key. And remember, you already copied and pasted your API secret code already. So then you're just going to click submit, and it's going to complete the setup. and then your accounts is going to show up right here. So all your connected accounts. I'm not gonna go into that. That's a little too deep. So I just want to make sure everybody's able to. If you don't have the algorithm, then it's really that simple. The thing that takes the longest with Binance is getting your KYC complete, know your client. So you're verifying your identity, you are who you say you are. And the verifications through your text messages and your emails. So once you click in the email, you're going to click on that verification. It's going to bring you right back to Binance. So once you do those things, your account will show up here. You will be connected. You're able to go in, edit. Let's see if it shows. See, it shows. All right. So on here, you're able to actually see it. So you can actually edit it if you need to. So if you're setting up, something happened with the account and you're setting up a brand new one, you can go in, edit, and paste the new API key and the API secret codes right here. But this code on Binance, they will not show that code again. So even if you look here, for your security, your API secret will only be displayed at the time it is created. If you lose the key, you will need to delete your API and basically create a brand new API. So let's go through that one more time. When you're setting up, this time we're gonna go through a little quicker. So you wanna make sure you're clicking on the algo, API for crypto algo, click. Binance.us or whatever broker. If you're international, use Binance. If you're in Texas, I believe a couple other states, you got to use KuCoin. Binance.us, you're going to click continue. This is giving you those instructions. The only thing they left out is a part about copy and pasting your secret code. So you're going to click restrictions. And this is basically all the stuff I showed you. So they're letting you know things you need to make sure are checked, and also make sure your fees are set up in BNB so you have lower fees, because that's how Binance, everybody makes their money off fees. So then you're going to click continue. You're going to put in your secret code first. So you're going to copy this code, the secret API. You're going to copy that first. You're going to paste that in the secret area. Then you're going to copy in your API key. Click submit, boom, bam, done, set up. Just to reiterate, when you do go into your Binance.us account, how you get to this screen, you'll see your email right up here. Everyone see it. You see your email right up here. You're going to go down to API management. And that's going to bring you to where you set up your API for your account. Any questions on that?
I do have one thing for you before they ask the questions. Make sure that you show them, please, where it says status and type, that it's algo. Because some people we were setting up, we thought that there was opportunity to get the AI, but it will allow you to set up your signals account. So with that being said, with the type saying algo, also know that everyone in here can go set up their API for crypto signals as practice, because I've set up at least 8 or 9 of those, thinking that it might trade. We didn't know if, because I think it was the only actual button that they had because they didn't have access to the algorithm.
Yeah, I was showing, I forgot who it was, but I was showing them the same process, and he was like, "How do you have that and that and that?" Because I did have the one for signal set up too. But that was me just going through it, making sure I know, okay, what's going on. But let's be real, technically, USA, we are only able to do the crypto algo. So if you look right up here, and it's actually on both your Forex and your crypto accounts, it'll give you the ID, it'll give you the status, whether it's active or not. Type, this is what Jalen was talking about. Make sure it says algo. It gives you your exchange, updated date, the last time you updated it, it'll give you to add it. Over to the right is where you can actually edit. If you needed to edit anything for whatever reason. I'm actually just clicking on this to see. Okay, and that will take you directly to your actual account. So And as you can see, active monitoring price, that makes me feel real good when I see that. But the thing is, Jalen made a great point. If you're wanting to trade, people that want to trade still use the algo. But go through the education and use the algo to be making some money
while
now,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
and it'll really get you mentally. It'll start connecting those dots mentally, because that's really what trading is. It's connecting dots. I mean, I'm sure Jalen has the same thing. I'm sure we've both blown multiple accounts, did very well. We start drinking the Kool-Aid and thought we were the best traders in the world. And next thing you know, the market said, hey, come here. You know what I mean? So just learn those basics. And then anybody else have any questions you guys want to ask? Let me try to pull up the chat here so we can see if it'll let me. Sometimes it don't let me.
I have a question that's coming in from someone that I was setting up. The question is, he set up his Qcoin account, and we had gone in and we had set up his algo. But there is, from the time that you set up, it's not automatic. So what I've noticed that it takes about 24 hours plus for it to all connect. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, well, he got impatient and he went in and he was messing with things. You know, that's when we get in trouble, guys. Don't mess with things. Trust the process. Trust us when we help you. So anyways, he got a little excited. He went in and he set it up again. So now his Qcoin is set up for both algo and signal.
I'll tell you exactly what to do.
Okay.
Over to the left over here, this button that says contact support. Because remember I said I had the signals in here, I had the crypto in here, and that was just me just going through the process and learning it.
Right.
If you contact support and let them know the account you want to keep, because you have the ID right here, because they're going to ask you for your name so they can find you.
Okay.
Let them know which account you want to keep and that the rest you want to get rid of. It was done within 24 hours.
Okay, perfect. So yes, everyone on this call, patience. It takes about 24, 30 hours before your account is connected to BFX.
And one thing I'd like to add to that, Miss Maria, is you have to remember that you're. Oh. You can find it in your Alexa app. Alexa, stop. I apologize. Ghost walked in. One thing that I wanted to say about that was to help people understand the patience. You're taking money from a bank account and transferring it to a broker. That already is supposed to take a couple of days. Then from there, you're converting from the broker from USD to USDT or BNB. So that is a conversion in itself. And then you're waiting for USDT to be registered on your BFX account. So if you think that this is like that, then I mean, you've never transferred money, in my opinion. And that alone, just thinking we're already in a different industry that is new to everyone, the process is there. I mean, and what people don't understand either is there's fees. So you can't just put 500 in. You have to put 530 in to let your 500 trade. But if when it goes below 500, it will keep trading. $500 triggers the AI.
Yes.
So that process and understanding that there's no instant, there might be an instant deposit for Binance, but that's still not processed, which means it still has to process in BFX. So most of the accounts for me took 24 to 48. And I would say 24 was normally like, it was pretty active by then.
Yeah. And another thing you gotta look at is once you load up, fund your Binance, what you're really waiting for is for it to connect with your BFX. So you see that dollar amount of whatever you put in inside your Binance.
Hey, special case. So you have one person that said, for clarity, we can only set up the API for crypto algo, correct?
If you're in the US legally.
So what that means to clarify it is you can set up the signals. The only thing that's going to work in the US legally is the crypto algo.
Yes.
You can set up your API. You don't, I mean, and if you're setting up the API for taking signals, I would assume you're starting to get up that knowledge gap of understanding how to move and monitor and, you know, navigate your websites and different apps. And then the next one was setting up Binance.us. It says region not supported. So if you're in a different state, what state are you in?
Texas, New York, probably.
If you're in Texas, New York, North Carolina is one.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
tell
if
you
you're in
what, if
Texas,
you're
there
in
you go.
those states, give me 24 hours.
I'm
I'm
in
gonna go
North
through-
Carolina and I have Binance
You
US.
got Binance US for North Carolina?
Yes.
Okay.
Then is it South? I know one of the Carolinas, I believe, was not able to trade crypto.
It may be South Carolina.
Yeah.
My question was quickly, greetings, family. I've Binance and I have funds on it as well. Do I need to purchase? And another thing, sometimes you can put funds on Binance and they'll tell you to take 10 days before you can move it. And as well as that, do I need to purchase algo with my funds before I connect my Binance to my BFX?
That's an
You want that
interesting
one?
question, just because I've had Binance for a while, so I already had funds in it. So I would suggest getting your algo set up, like purchasing your license for your algorithm, and then setting up your Binance. So because the algo is going to be really quick. So all you really got to do is add the funds to the Binance. I think you said you already have
He has
Binance.
Yeah,
funds.
I've got funds on there, and that's
Yeah.
why I mentioned the last time I put funds on it. It
Mhm.
told me that I could not
Withdraw for 10
send or
days.
receive for 10 days. Those particular funds.
You mind if-
I'm about to look into that.
You mind if I elaborate on that? I know what you're talking about.
Not at all, Jalen. Not at
Okay.
all. And I want to speak with you at some point in time.
Yes, sir.
I'm an Edwards myself, so I'm thinking we may be connected, but that's another story.
Hey, if we are, we built a college in Alabama, Oakwood University.
Wow.
Nice.
We'll definitely talk. But to answer your question, Binance does say it's either 7 or 10. I know what you're talking about, the message. When you deposit money, you can't withdraw for 7 to 10 days.
Right.
That does not mean that it won't trade it.
Right.
You just
That was
can't.
my question.
Yeah, so you can still, when you put it in there, as soon as Binance registers your money as USDT or BNB or the currency selected, because there's 3 currencies it gives you that you can trade in, and that's why they
Right.
recommended BNB, I believe.
BNB.
So, and I've only set up for USDT personally,
Yeah.
but that is just a message of, hey, you're not gonna be able to pull these funds back to your bank account because we have to process it. So
Right.
to answer that question, yes. And furthermore, into the trade accounts, I highly suggest you buy the algo before setting up anything, because the button for algo shouldn't even be there until you purchase it.
Right.
So you might
Okay,
not
that
even be setting up your out. I don't know if it's possible. There might be a glitch, there might not. I can't speak to that, but it shouldn't even show algo for you.
I have to put that particular token in for it to populate to purchase it, correct? Is that correct?
To purchase the AI?
The algo.
No,
Okay,
you can
so-
actually, maybe next training, I believe doggone it's tomorrow. But I believe like what I did is I had Bitcoin and a couple other coins. So I just converted them to USDT.
And-
Okay.
So maybe tomorrow night I'll go through that process.
Okay.
So the easiest way for me, without using Binance or any broker, is if you go on to Cash App and you set up the KYC, which is your driver's license, you can
already
hit
got
the Bitcoin button,
Right.
purchase $20 above or $15 above the 300 for the algo, and then just scan it right then and there. That's how I set up everybody's payment.
And I
The
keep
20
telling
is for the 20 is for the fees, undoubtedly.
I do that just in case. Yeah, I always say that
Yeah,
just
you
in
always
case.
got to include gas fees. I mean, if
And-
not, you're messing with fire.
Yeah, because I had somebody end up that actually went through, they had a Binance account, they loaded up their Binance, and then they paid for everything through Binance directly to BFX, which is okay, but it takes forever. So
Right.
what
And
I tell everybody to do is, most people have a cash app. BFX, when you go to that cash out, when you're paying, it generally tells you the exact amount that you're going to need because it includes the fees. So I
In
usually,
Satoshis, that's exactly right, in
yeah.
Satoshis.
So I tell people to copy, paste that, send that, and enter that into your Cash App. And it's generally, I think most of my transactions have been within like 10 minutes.
That's
if
what
that. If
you
that.
could do the priority. It'll literally take 10 to 20 if you do
I
priority.
always do the priority, yeah. Yeah.
One thing, so someone did say that they have Binance US in South Carolina. So the reason why we were saying that is because trading crypto is illegal in certain states, or restricted. I remember when I was in the military, we were all jumping into Dogecoin on the boat, and certain people who were registered in Robinhood in one of the Carolinas couldn't get in. They wouldn't allow them to trade crypto. So Binance US might be that that bridge between there. And then someone said, what is the difference between the AI and algorithm? So when we're referring to AI, they're the same. But when we say AI, we're saying automated, it's computer. Algorithm is what is coded to trade. So we're saying the same thing two different ways. So when we're saying AI, we're just saying like it's a computer generated trading system. And when we're saying algorithm, go ahead.
Yeah, there's a reason I use the word algorithm over AI, just because a lot of the programs out there.
Right.
Just to really get people's in their minds of, okay, this is a different mindset than some programs a lot of us have been in the past. So that's why I use the algorithm. So
do you mind, while you have it pulled up, just showing them what it looks like after a trade? It has the open and closed trades at the bottom. If you don't, it's okay. But there's in the Access ESI, when you go to the bottom, the scroll all the way down,
yeah,
it shows you the trades that it takes and the orders that it has.
Yeah, and there's other parts of that aren't even active yet.
Yeah, so if you scroll,
like mine is like empty.
Yeah, so down there at the very bottom, I want people to understand this. That is every time the algorithm thought about making a purchase. But if you scroll up one more thing, it only took one trade.
Yep.
Or it's in a current trade. I'm sorry, hit past trades for me. Boom. So it only took two and it banged on both of them. It was green.
Yep. And it gives you the percentage.
It gives you everything that you need to know when people are like, oh, well, when did it enter? The price is right there. When did it exit? The price is right there. What percentage? This is it. What profits? Has this how much you made? I've never seen something, and the funny thing is most people won't scroll, they won't scroll this screen. I can match my strategy to the algorithm and see how I'm comparing to an AI because they give us that much information.
Powerful data. Yeah.
Like at one point, and you can ask James, at one point I was like, hey man, I might be able to replicate this because I'm really close. And then we got on the phone with the people that made it and they were like, yeah, you're funny. You know, and I'm not a programmer. And that's why me nor Special K, we can get close. We won't be able to replicate the discipline, the risk, and I don't even know how it's following its stop loss.
Yes.
So for you guys, and I'm just throwing information out there. That way, when you guys talk about it, you understand, like, as a trader, I'm excited. And I feel like I'm the best opportunity for myself when it comes to trading.
Mm-hmm.
And when
risk management is the most important part of trading.
Yes, sir. Yep. And we can't compete with an AI.
And it's powerful that's built into the algorithm. I can't explain how powerful that is. And this is how you sell people, is this part right here. Showing those percentages. So imagine when you get to 100 different trades and you can count out the losses. So you don't got to hide the losses from people because not very many traders are 100 and for 100. You know what I mean? So that's part of the game, but you can lose trades and still have a whole bunch of profit, especially in the Forex market. You know what I mean? So it's not like a whole bunch of other things where if you go, say you took 10 trades and you lost 7. I'm a perfect example. I've been in very nice profit because I'll be honest, I felt like it was luck because it reset my mindset. Like, wait a minute, okay, I'm getting carried away. So I had to pull myself and be like, okay, because trading, once you learn it, which I implore everybody to do, because I remember seeing somebody put something in the chat about printing money or something like that, or the bag. I was like, once you learn this skill and you have this AI to go with it, you are the bag. You know what I mean? So that's just how powerful all these things are. I believe somebody else had a question. Evangelist Clemsey.
Good morning. Good morning from Dubai.
Morning.
Awesome presentation. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Welcome.
As you know, BFX is international, right? So when we keep emphasizing on the US, it seems as if every other person is caught up. I just wanted to make a little bit of contribution for those who are outside the US, for those who are in Dubai, in Africa, in Europe. It's just almost the same way. The only thing is Binance International, it doesn't really have much restrictions like Binance US, but they still have to go through the same KYC. It's the same process. You can still credit your Binance account through your bank, through your debit card. It's just quite easy for me to credit my Binance International account through my credit
You
card.
are absolutely right. And the international finance is definitely much more lenient. They're a little strict on us in the United States. I really appreciate you jumping out there and sharing that with us. But the most important thing that you just shared is that we are absolutely international. We're starting here in regards to getting the seed planted with BFX standard in the United States. However, we are going to be taking over the globe, and I know you're going to be heading up Team International in Dubai.
Okay, by the grace of God. Yeah, because we have some new members coming in from Nigeria, from Dubai, from every other place, and I think it's good to also get them involved, because they would say, hey, we're not in the US, so is this possible for us? Yes, it is. It's possible, because Binance have Binance International, and Binance always follow the KYC rules, irrespective of where you are. I had the Binance account right on before now, so it was easy for me to just credit my BFX account through Prevail FX, okay, for my Forex. Like I did share with Maria, I said, not everyone can afford the algo. Yeah, we need to also get that, to make that part of us. Not every member might be able to hop into the algo. Some persons might just want to, do the normal trading, the normal swipe trade, for those who could swipe, and for those who can just also do the algo. It's also awesome, but some persons will be like, okay, I can't do the algo, but at least there's something for me to benefit from BFX. There's a lot to benefit from BFX, really, because just like Mr. K said, trading is a whole lot of work, and BFX, it's kind of like a simplified form of it, and it goes a long way to help both traders and new traders to be able to, make some money, because of the risk factor. And I also want to point here, I had once or twice mentioned in the group on Messenger on Facebook that please, for those who are not using the algo, for those who are doing the swipe trade, irrespective of the fact that you get the signals, I wouldn't support you trading on news days. I would want to reemphasize that fundamental news have a lot. It affects the trade in a whole lot different ways. No matter what the AI says, that's technical. No matter what the algorithm is saying, once there's a high news coming up, it can change the trend of the market, and it can go against you. I'm just advising that just to cut down your losses. Yeah, it's good to trade every day, but honestly, the best traders know when to be in the market and know when to be out of the market, really.
Yes, ma'am.
Because
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I was gonna, if you didn't mind, I was gonna say one thing I really took from that especially was BFX offers so much. So for anyone who can't get the AI, they offer 14, 15 different opportunities to earn. If you sell 3 AI packages, and when I say sell, if 3 people with AI sign up under you, you will make enough to afford the AI. Not only will you be 3 and free, but the commission that you would make from the referrals will pay for your AI. And to tag on what you said about the news, you are correct. The news is one of the craziest days to trade and most risky, but in the market education with Mr. Courtney Logan, I actually have been going through his entire crypto side because I'm new to crypto, like I said. That is one of the things that they like to talk about. So it's a part of the rule. If you've gone through the education, I don't know if you've had, but if anybody who has and who is going through it, these traders are restricted. There is not a they're not here to risk your money and take crazy trades. There is guidelines, and becoming a professional trader takes away the fun, which is why a lot of people don't want to move over to hedge funds. People like me in Special K, sometimes we want to let $1,000 ride to try to make 100K. The hedge fund is not doing that. They're not. And why? Because they're using the same thing that we are now. And that's why we're preaching it back in full circle. You have access. And if you can't afford that access, you can afford $60. And that $60 gives you 1 month to drive what you need to drive. Learn. You have the market education. Now you can explain. But if you promote, if you use the marketing side that this BFX, this company used, the marketing, I'm not a marketer by any means, but I even did the math and was like, wow, if I sign up 3 people, I'm 3 and free. If they all get the AI, I have enough money to get it. And since they're using the AI, I'm free for 3 months. We're all in for 3 months. So I understand that it's definitely tough in different places, but there's always opportunity. And that's why I think they deliver so much opportunity. The promo code is what would hurt if you were trying to use that as your opportunity.
Right.
So I appreciate you saying that, though, that there's definitely a lot of benefits for this.
I just wanted to show one other thing. Typically, when I started trading, I had to go like 3-4 different places. You know, I had to put in this, put in that. One thing I love is how they're making one interface for so many different areas. So you can actually, once you get to trading, and even on the demo, you can connect your Prevail. Actually, your Prevail's already connected. Once you set it up in your back office, it's already connected. You can actually just go through here and look at the markets. Now, I like using TradingView. That's just because of habit, probably. But you can actually see it. And the reason I use this a lot of times just to go into a few things is price action is different. The price is different sometimes. It may be off here, off there, or whatever. But I think it's powerful that you can go directly in your back office, set trades. You can go directly in your back office and do a crypto trade once you get that education. I would just implore everybody, and I always say this, if you're starting to learn, don't try to go for the home run before you get to first base. Get that demo account, put 100 G's in that joker, trade it, trade it, trade it, trade it, trade it, and take the live trades from the actual educators. And I saw a question in there about the alerts. I think that's what everybody, and I know they're still working on a lot of things. Remember, we are still in pre-launch, so we're still ironing things out. So the best thing everyone can do is send something in the support so they're aware that is happening with a lot of people. Because mine actually just changed, and that's mainly because I unloaded and uploaded the app again, so I can get the newest update, newest version of it. So now I'm getting the alerts. And another thing is, I'm sure everybody's already done this, but go into your profile. I usually do it on my phone because it's just easier. And I set up all the notifications, so I get notified on everything. That way I have the information and the alerts. So.
Hey, Special K, while you have the camera pulled up, do you mind if I guide you through something real quick? I want everybody to see while everyone's in here that is extremely beneficial, that hurt me in the beginning. So the one thing I want to tell you guys is there is the past due payments, okay? Those are going to hit. And when they do, people don't know how to sign up because you might have helped them sign up. In BFX, right here where you're looking at, there is a way to set it up so your earnings pay immediately when it's time from whatever you made. So if you've made money from referrals, it will pay for your subscription if you're not 3 and free. 2 referrals will pay for your next month. So if you can go to my profile again, or my account on the left. It's my account on the left. There you go, right? One more. And then it should be personal info. So right here at the top, it should say at the very top where it says my credit wallet, you can switch that to the next one, which is use my credit wallet with enough funds when enough funds are available. That is basically saying that all the money that you've made, if you have enough, it will pay for it instead of you going through your past due and then everybody's trying to figure out why they aren't 3 and free and what happened. That right there is gonna save a lot of people, trust me, because I had to redo 6 payments because they didn't have that set up and they had earnings.
Yeah.
So
What about bank drafts? Is there any way we can set up a bank draft for, to have our monthly, fee, stuff
I
taken out?
believe,
'Cause that's the way
from
I
what
pay
I
my
know, that's
bills.
on the way. I believe from what I know, that's on the way.
Okay, great, because that's the way I pay all of my bills. I just, out of sight, out of mind.
Right. So if there's not anything else, any other questions? Let me check the chat again. Go ahead and stop the share. Yes, Maria, yes.
Outstanding training, man. This is
We
it's hot.
appreciate you guys, man. That's the weird thing as a chef. I mean, that's the love, is training somebody and seeing them, running their own place. And what I found with Forex, I don't even know how it happened, but I get the same passion out of doing that and just showing people stuff. I feed off of it. It gives me energy. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everyone. Will you cover Forex on server? That is coming. That is coming. I've been talking to Big Brother, just for some stuff, stuff that I was used to, because I've been in a few other companies. And just FYI, when this gets out, it's gonna be crazy. Because the other companies is $300 a month just for the membership, but then you got to add on this, add on that, add on, so for this to be $60, it's crazy.
And
Courtney Logan's course to be $60.
to add to that, that's what I was gonna say. If you want us to go over Forex, go to the, I'm telling you, I press every button in BFX. I can say that. I have not done everything in it, but I've pressed every button that you can press in BFX. And
Me as well.
if you would like me to teach you Forex, take it from the one of the top 1,400 traders in the world, with licenses that I didn't even know existed until I showed up to BFX.
Right.
I'll show you mine. Here's my certificate. This is about all I got. This is not a series 34 or 3.
Right.
This considers me a professional, but let's be realistic. If you want to learn Forex, I would love to help you, but I'd rather have a conversation about it after you learn from somebody who even I'm trying to get some guidance from. If I could get Mr. Courtney Logan an hour, if I get an hour with him, trust me, I would pay for that right now.
Yes.
1 hour for trading, I would be.
The funny thing is, I was looking at 2 courses just to sharpen myself. Oddly enough, one of them was Courtney Logan, and one of them was somebody that he knows very well. And then I get a call, and next thing you know, I'm in LA at a house and going through a presentation, and I got my mind blown. So, and in the future, like we were talking about, we are going to adopt some things, but they will be solely based off what's in the back office. Because I mean, you can't really get no better than what he's putting back there. And the way he lays it out, school of the mind part is when I just kind of got stuck right there. I was like, people that teach you how to trade don't teach that. And
Don't teach that at all.
That's the secret sauce. Not the chart.
Hey, gentlemen.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at the time, and I do want to be a little mindful of the time. However, before we end this call, I want to make sure that you two get your just props. If we could go ahead and give a virtual round of applause for Jalen and Camille about how they brought the fire today on this call and helping us get our bot set up. Man, thank you both. Also, I want to make sure that we're all aware, that everyone's on this call is aware of what's going down this weekend. You heard the name Mr. Courtney Logan be thrown out there all throughout the call tonight. He is actually coming into town. James and I spoke with him yesterday. He called me as we're going to a meeting to confirm that he will be in the house this weekend. If you've been following the chat, you know we have an event at the mansion in Bel Air this Saturday. If you have not registered already, make sure you register as soon as possible. It is filling up quickly. It is limited seating, limited spacing. We don't want to overpack the place, but we do want to make sure that everyone knows to get involved, get online, get the link, get yourselves there. Mr. Courtney Logan will be there. We have some other special guests. I know we have some of the Board Ape Yacht original LA members coming. So it's going to be an amazing event. And yeah, I did mention that we're going to be in this nice mansion in Bel Air. So once again, Camille, Jalen, you guys rock the house. Thank you so much. Hopefully both of you guys will be there this Saturday. I'm flying in special. I'm out of town, but I'm flying in special just to make sure I'm at this event as well. So, hey, we're looking forward to seeing you guys all. Thank you once again for rocking the house this evening, folks.
Yes, sir. I'll be there. My whole family will be there.
I'll
So
be there also.
please come talk to me.
Right on.
We're gonna go ahead and end the call tonight because you know you got 2 traders on the line, so we can talk this stuff all night. But we'll see you again. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Have a blessed
Thank you.
evening.